until the space in event and reaction becomes impossible to ignore. And within that space, a different kind of life quietly begins. Two people can stand in the same room, hear the same words, witness the same event, and leave carrying entirely different emotional worlds. One walks away almost unaffected, while the other replays the moment for days, examining every sentence, every expression, and every possibility until the original event becomes much larger than it ever was. This difference often goes unnoticed because attention naturally settles on what happened rather than on how it was interpreted. The mind prefers simple explanations. Someone offended me, so they caused my anger. Someone rejected me, so they created my insecurity. Someone ignored me, so they became responsible for my loneliness. It feels logical because the event came first, followed immediately by the emotion. Yet sequence does not always reveal cause. Between those two moments lie an invisible process that quietly shapes the direction of your inner world. And until that process becomes visible, life can feel as though it is being controlled by circumstances instead of understanding. Consider an insight directed at two different people. One hears it, smiles briefly, and continues with the day as though nothing important has happened. The other cannot stop thinking about it. Hours later, the conversation continues inside the mind, even though the person who delivered the insult has already forgotten it. The words themselves have not changed. Their volume remains the same. Their meaning in the dictionary remains exactly as it was. What changed was the interpretation each listener created. One mind dismissed the remark as a reflection of another person's mood, judgment, or character. The other accepted it as evidence that something must be wrong within. That single difference completely transformed the emotional outcome. The insult never possessed the power people usually assign to it. Its influence depended almost entirely upon the meaning it was allowed to carry after it entered the mind. The same pattern appears in rejection. One person loses an opportunity and immediately begins asking what can be learned. The disappointment is real, but it becomes part of growth rather than part of identity. Someone else experiences the very same rejection and quietly concludes that failure has exposed a permanent flaw. Instead of seeing one closed door, the mind begins imagining a future filled with more disappointment, more embarrassment, and more proof that success belongs somewhere else. Nothing about the original event demanded either conclusion. Both interpretations were created afterward. This realization can feel unsettling because it challenges a belief that has quietly existed for years. Many people assume emotions arrive directly from reality itself. In truth, emotions often arise from the story.
That's that fucking password that I was supposed to put in here.
Those stories feel convincing because they are familiar, repeated, and rarely questioned. If these ideas help you see yourself and the world a little more clearly, consider subscribing. This is a place for those who want to practice wisdom, strengthen their character, and approach life with a steadier mind. Now, let's continue. This does not mean difficult experiences suddenly become pleasant, or that painful moments should be ignored. Loss still hurts. Betrayal still disappoints. Harsh criticism still carries emotional weight. The goal is never to pretend otherwise. The deeper lesson is recognizing that pain and suffering are not always identical. Pain belongs to the event itself. Suffering often grows from everything added afterward through endless interpretation, prediction, and resistance.
How you can scale your creative output with the right engine. Envato isn't just a tool, it's an entire cake. We're talking over 27 million curated stock assets with unlimited download, plus access to generate AI videos, images, music, and more. With 3 distinct tiers, Core, Plus, and Ultimate, you can pick the plan that actually fits your specific AI usage. It's about removing friction between your vision and the final edit. Subscribe to Envato and keep your momentum going.
What's up, man?
What's up? What's up?